1968 Blackflower Drive is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. You're listening to a Prisons Break production of 1968 Blackflower Drive, Episode 1. 2 bodies, 1 female, 1 male, I think. Dedicated to Sarah, who continues to believe in an old dying town that is me. Greetings. My name is Phillip Traiton III. I would like to tell my story of living in fear, the atrocities born of greed and desperation, and the mysteries of time and death. I hope you'll join me on my revisitation. Darkness, vast, endless, and merciless as the depths of ocean and space. In a modest rural townhouse bedroom, a man, Perry Morbus, wakes from a terrifying nightmare. The midnight moonlight shadows him as he collects himself, but a haunted look on his face remains. Then he hears a scream from a young woman.
Violet.
He bolts out of bed and runs down a dark hallway towards the screams. Perry flicks on a bedside lamp that gently lights the room. Curled up in a ball is a teenage girl, crying and convulsing from a mild seizure. Violet Morbus. Perry soothes his daughter and checks her pulse.
It's just a dream. Just a dream. I'm right here. You're okay. You're okay now. It's just a dream, Violet. I'm here.
Moments later, Perry returns to his bedroom in the dark. He yawns and checks the time.
Oh, jeez.
Then he sees someone in his bed.
Shit, you scared me.
Sorry.
No, it's just...
He relaxes by his wife, Chrissy Ann Morbus. She lays in the shadows.
How is she?
Oh, she's okay. I mean, she's... It's tough because she dreams so vividly.
She gets that from you.
Yeah, no, I know. You should talk with her.
I know.
I mean, I'm just saying...
I know.
Did you want to talk about something?
No.
It's just about the dog?
Go to sleep. You still have an hour or so. Pleasant dreams.
I hope so.
Before the break of dawn, an old 2-story house sits in a rural, sparse neighborhood where few houses stand and most are abandoned. There is a sizable dried-up riverbed that cuts through the backyard, diametrically opposed to the oddly beautiful and thriving African ebony wood tree in the front. The place seems pleasant enough, tidy and taken care of, but it gives off a wrong vibe. The deep shadows that scar the house's face radiate an ominous feel. On the corner curb, it reads, 1968 Blackflower Drive. Sheriff Jacqueline Milieu pulls up in her SUV police cruiser. She sits for a bit, eyeing a donut on a napkin on the passenger seat.
Not today.
She gets out of the car and walks over to the house. Jody Bryan, a rookie cop, is holding onto a picket fence trying to remain upright. His face is pale white, verging on green.
Jody, you okay? Oh, Jesus. Jody, are you okay?
I'll be okay.
Come here.
Sheriff.
Sit down. It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. Breathe. Deep breaths. Calm. Count to 5. Hold a bit. Then exhale on 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Jody. Keep doing that and focus on your breathing. You're gonna be okay.
Jody nods a little too much, and Jackie resumes her approach to the house. On the porch, just outside the front door, is Deputy Ron Umber, short, stocky, and sturdy. He is smoking and his demeanor is grim. The glow of the cigarette lights his spooked expression. He offers a cigarette to Jackie and she waves it off.
Morning.
Jack,
How bad is it?
it's bad.
I gathered that from Jody's reaction.
We should send him home.
In a minute. So, what's the score?
2 bodies. 1 female, 1 male, I think.
You think.
Something really bad happened here, Jack.
Is that it?
You better just go see for yourself.
That's ominous.
She opens the door and Ron quickly steps away. She reaches in for a light switch. Nothing happens. He hands her a flashlight.
No power.
Upstairs, down the hallway, last door on your left.
You're not coming in?
Jackie, you can fire me if you want, but I'll be damned if I ever step foot into that place again.
Jesus Christ, Ron.
Jackie steps into the dark house led by the flashlight's beam. She sniffs the air and grimaces. The front door behind her slowly shuts. Now the house is even darker. She takes a cursory glance around. Nothing special about the place except the disorienting silhouettes cast by the harsh shine of the flashlight. She heads up the stairs to the second-story hallway and she stops, wincing. She yawns, trying to pop her ears as if she had drastically changed altitude. Cautiously, she pushes on down the hallway, passing 2 closed doors. The original floorboards creak like an old wooden ship. It's not a pleasant sound. At the end of the hallway, she stops in front of the door on the left, but the creaking continues.
Hello? Is there someone there? This is Sheriff Jacqueline Milieu. You better come out now. Is that you, Kelvin?
She returns to the door and slowly opens it. Spot by spot, the flashlight reveals the dark room. A simple bed, a modest chest of drawers, a portrait on the wall, and 2 grotesquely defiled corpses on the floor. The bodies are pale and bloated, severely waterlogged. Various unexplained chunks of flesh appear to have been bitten or cut out of the naked bodies, and their genitals have been eviscerated.
Jesus Christ.
Jackie shuffles outside to the porch, shutting the door behind her. She pinches her nose and blows to pop her ears. Ron watches her and offers her a cigarette, which she takes.
What do you want to do? Should we call the state police?
No. Not yet. I want to find out a little bit more on what happened here first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and pick up Kelvin Voller. I want to know where he was last night.
Gonna be kind of tough with your history with him.
That's why I asked you to get him. Copy?
Copy. What do you want to do with Jody?
Send him home. Don't need him throwing up on the crime scene. Hey, anybody still living in any of these?
There's an old woman living in that one, but she didn't see anything, or so she says.
You think she's lying?
I think she's a little scrambled eggs upstairs.
Right. Mrs. Dompe.
You want me to press her?
No, she's useless to us. Anyone else around here?
Nope. Whole place bought and sold for.
Right. Jupiter Enterprises.
Well, this is gonna put a wrench in that.
Who called this in?
Didn't leave a name, but Maple thinks it was Kelvin.
Figures.
You think it's drug related?
Not if Kelvin was involved. But we'll do a talk screen anyway. Get Cheryl down here.
She's on vacation.
Not anymore. Get her down here.
She's not
Now.
gonna like it.
I don't care. In the meantime, doesn't she have that assistant?
Cheryl B.
Yeah. Have her do a preliminary sweep of this place.
How preliminary.
Never mind. I'll talk to her. Then maybe somebody can tell me just what the hell happened here.
Across town, a youngish couple, Cheryl B. and Lee, making love in their small bedroom. It has the look of a bachelor pad that is slowly being domesticated.
I should get it.
No. Fuck it. Come on. Stay with me.
What if it's important?
Fuck it.
What if it's work?
Fuck them.
What if it's my grandma?
Fuck your... Oh, okay. Okay, that did it. I can't have sex with you while you're thinking of your grandmother.
She's sick.
I know. That's not helping. Go answer the phone.
See, it's work. Hello, Cheryl B. speaking. Uh-huh. Oh, good morning, ma'am. Oh, really? Yes, I know. I don't think Cheryl gets back until after the weekend. Really? 20, maybe 15 minutes?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, got it. 1968 Blackflower Drive. I think so. It's by the old dried up riverbed, right? Okay. I'm on my way. Bye.
Cheryl B. starts frenetically getting dressed.
What the fuck?
Sorry, honey, I have to work.
I thought you had the day off.
When Cheryl's out of town, I'm on call 24/7.
They don't even respect you down there. They call you Cheryl B.
I know, but that's because they already have a Cheryl down there.
Yeah, Cheryl. Not Cheryl A, just Cheryl. Shouldn't she be Cheryl A and then you can be Cheryl B?
Maybe.
Why don't you say anything? I know it bothers you. At least you could ask to be called Cheryl A, and Cheryl should be Cheryl B because she's a bitch. Or you could use your middle name. You like that better anyway. What is it? Rose something?
Cheryl B. is dressed, gathering her equipment and barely listening. Lee looks down at his groin.
So, what's going on at Old Monkman's place?
Who?
Old Monkman, Phillip Traiton III, I believe.
The charity kid guy?
Yep.
I thought he lived in the city.
Nope. Did a lot of charity stuff in the city, but he lived right here in Blackflower. I was going to do a story on him before he got sick.
Do you think he died?
I know he died.
Oh.
About a year ago.
Oh, good.
Cheryl B., back to her frantic packing, installs a freshly charged battery into a camera. Lee watches her, now genuinely curious.
I'm going to borrow this, okay?
What did they tell you on the phone?
I can't discuss an ongoing case.
Cheryl A., did they find a dead body at the Traiton place?
For the record, they did not find a dead body at that address.
What the fuck does that mean? Did they find 2 dead bodies?
I can't talk about this, Lee.
Oh my God, Cheryl. Maybe I should tag along. You know, my crew has been looking for a new story to cover. This could be a good thing for Team Iris.
Lee, I can't take you to a crime scene. You might contaminate the evidence.
What are you talking about? We'd be respectful. Cheryl, you can't contain the press.
Look, even if you were with a
We're
reputable-
better than any mainstream media. We are independent, rogue investigators. And we don't answer to...
Even so, I just can't bring
Do you remember the Aguero drug case?
Even so, it is not official procedure. They could fire me. You want me to get fired?
What if I followed you there? Unbeknownst to you...
I would know.
But what...
Please don't. Please don't, Lee. Please.
Fine.
Thanks.
What am I going to do about Lee Majors down here?
Pop in a porno and pump one out.
You are so romantic. And sexy and classy. You want to give me a hand?
You've got to.
I don't know how you can just turn it off like that.
I don't know how you can still have an erection. It's kind of creeping me out.
It's called passion, baby.
It's called priapism, sweetie.
Actually, it's called blue balls.
I don't have balls.
Could have fooled me. That came out weird.
I have to go. Love you.
Love you too. Have fun at... Oh, all right. Well, Mr. Majors, can we rebuild you? Or are you just a fall guy? Actually, I have an idea.
Lee grabs a cell phone and dials. As the sun rises in Perry's kitchen, loaded with beautiful potted flowers, Perry is busy making smoothies. The night before, a distant memory. Violet enters, dressed for school but looking pretty ragged. The night before, still on her mind.
Hey, there you are. How you feeling?
How do you think?
It's a rough one last night, wasn't it?
They're all rough.
Sorry about that, Violet. Oh, have a seat. I've got something for you. Huh? It's your favorite.
The best thing off a terrible menu is still gross.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Tone.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know it's been... Okay, well, if you don't... Wait, when did you stop liking blueberry smoothies?
I don't know.
All right. Well, what would you like for breakfast?
I don't know.
That's not an answer.
Can we just have like a normal one once in a while?
What's a normal one?
I don't know. Like eggs and hash browns and bacon and pancakes and I don't know, normal stuff.
That normal stuff will kill you? You know how much sodium, cholesterol, refined sugar... Violet, you're not listening to me.
Dad! I know that stuff's bad for me. I get it. But a scrambled egg or a piece of steak or a soda every now and then, it's not going to kill me.
I know that, but you don't understand. I want what's best for you. And this is, believe me, this is the best thing for you. Trust me, you'll thank me later in life.
What about now?
Now I want you to drink your breakfast.
They stare at each other, neither willing to back down. Violet eventually caves and takes 3 big gulps.
There! Happy?
Elated.
I'll be a little late for dinner, so if you want to start without me.
No, I'll wait. What's up?
Well, I got a thing after school.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, shall we say 7:30?
Can we make it 8?
8 it is.
Okay. See you then. Thanks.
But yeah, be safe, okay?
I know, Dad.
Violet exits. Perry sighs, looks down and sees a pea stain on the floor. At 1968 Blackflower Drive, Jackie wanders around the house with her purple gloves and flashlight. Although it is morning, the shades and shutters are shut so only slices of sunlight cut through the dark. From room to room, she notices that the furniture is placed just a little off. She gathers up items she finds important. A wet piece of cardboard with the words, "Hen War," along with a plain saucer plate. Upstairs, lit only by a battery lantern, she discovers an old exotic pistol, an Apache revolver. It has brass knuckles for a handle and a blade for a barrel. Cheryl B. abruptly trudges into the room carrying a multitude of cases and bags of equipment. She is chewing gum, red-faced and out of breath. Jackie moves to greet her, blocking her view of the gory victims.
Sorry I'm late, ma'am. Sheriff, Ms. Jackie Milieu.
Okay.
I just had to swing
It's
by the
okay.
office and pick up some
Cheryl B?
equipment.
It's okay.
Okay.
Ever seen one of this kind of gun?
No, ma'am. What is that?
I'm sorry you lugged all this stuff down here. You're probably not going to need it.
Are you sure, ma'am? I think if this is a double 187, I'll need...
Cheryl Herring will be doing the official examination. All right? I just need for you to take a preliminary documentation of what is here right now.
Cheryl B. bites her tongue and sets down the equipment. She puts on the purple rubber gloves, pulls out the small digital camera, and turns to Jackie.
So what do we have?
You have some kind of training in this, right?
I'm studying forensic science at HPLU in the city.
Okay. Well, brace yourself. This isn't some college course or a photo in a textbook. And if you're going to be sick, please go outside.
Understood.
Look for bullet wounds.
Okay.
And track marks.
Got it.
Jackie moves out of the way and Cheryl B. sees the corpses. She gets very serious, taking the gum out of her mouth and putting it in a tissue. Then she nods, turns the light on the camera, and begins recording. Jackie is surprised by her professional demeanor.
The date, 8/15/18, 8:36 a.m., male and female adults, John and Jane Doe. I'm guessing anywhere from 20 to 40 years of age. Male roughly 6'3", weighing around 240 to 260 pounds. Female about 5'6", again anywhere from 130 to 145 pounds. Note, weights could be inflated due to bloating as they appear to have been soaking in water, salt water. The surrounding area is dry, but the bodies are still damp. Note, it's probable that the victims were not killed here. Correction, did not die in this room. Both male and female are covered in a plethora of wounds ranging from punctures to lacerations to bites and other unspecific injuries. Some of the wounds are post-mortem. Note, the bite marks are unrecognizable to me, and there are no apparent needle tracks or gunshot wounds.
Cheryl B. flashes a look to Jackie, who watches with growing suspicion, then continues.
There is particular damage to both bodies' genitalia. As well, there is bruising on both neck areas. The female has additional bruising around the wrists and ankles. Note, this combined with the genital mutilation imply rape, possibly gang rape, and potentially with both John and Jane Doe. The male is mostly stabs in the groin with a unique blade. The female also suffered stabs as well as some third-degree burns. Note, this could mean the attackers were impotent and or women. Additionally, there are odd markings across the body that appear to be freezer burn. I can keep going. How preliminary do you want to be?
Hold on. Follow me. Leave the camera.
Jackie walks out of the room. Cheryl B., confused, sets down the camera and follows. Jackie steps out onto the porch, trailed by Cheryl B., who is sheepish from the sheriff's brusque manner.
All right. Who are you?
Cheryl's assistant.
Yeah, some lazy intern looking for easy college credits?
Well, that's kind of me. I go to HPLU in the city.
Well, you learn real quick, kid.
What, thanks?
That still doesn't explain your behavior.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Did I breach protocol somehow?
I got a cop who's been on the force for over 30 years. Divorced 3 times, lost a boy to drugs. Mom doesn't talk to him anymore. He's been through the shit. But he comes to work every damn day, sober and ready. He's a rock. Yet after seeing what's up in that room, he's acting like he just witnessed Jesus H. Christ getting ass raped by the devil himself. I, myself, felt like someone walked over my grave. But you didn't even blink. So I gotta wonder, what do you know that I don't?
Nothing. Jackie, I just...
What?
I mean, I've seen worse. That's all.
Worse.
Well, maybe not worse, but like...
This isn't comforting me. Are you involved in this somehow?
No. Oh my gosh, no. I used to work search and rescue as a volunteer. I started when I was 12, so I've seen a lot of dead bodies. Campers who got lost and starved, solo hikers who fell and smashed their bodies on the rocks, hunters maimed by wildlife. I've seen the harsh effects of nature on the fragile bodies of those killed by exposure. It's grisly, but I've seen it before. Believe me, the first time I saw a corpse, I couldn't move. I was 12 and paralyzed with fear. I couldn't do anything. My dad had to carry me home.
Search and rescue. Are you Bill Lincoln's kid?
Yes. Yeah. He's my dad.
Holy Jesus, I didn't recognize you. Cherry!
Yeah, it's Cheryl now. But yeah, that's me.
I haven't seen you for years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't been able to do really any search and rescue for a while because I'm going to college.
Wow, you grew up.
Yeah.
How is Bill?
He's good.
And his mother?
Not so good.
Right. Cancer, right?
Dementia.
Right. Okay. Okay, why don't you go on back up there and continue the examination, and when Cheryl gets here, you two team up and finish the report.
As her assistant?
No. As her partner. You're twice as fast as her and 4 times as insightful. And truth be told, she can be difficult. I understand why she kept you hidden. Bill's kid. God. I'd have you lead this thing, but, she's got seniority.
But she won't be back until Monday, Sunday night at the earliest. I could have this report easily finished by then.
I'm sure you could. But she's coming home tomorrow.
Oh.
Chin up. You're doing good work, Cherry.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm gathering that we're not bringing the bodies to the lab in the city?
Look, we can't move those 2 in their condition. We do more damage than good. And I don't have the appropriate vehicle to transport them, but Cheryl does. the other Cheryl. And she'll be here tomorrow night at the latest, so do the best you can with what you've got. And it's a good thing you brought all that equipment after all.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Saltwater.
Yes,
Nearest body of saltwater is over 500 miles away.
I know. But I have a feeling that is one of many strange questions that are going to rise up with this case.
Right. Continue on and keep me informed. You've got my number?
Yes, you called me.
Right.
Jackie?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking, I know we already have a Cheryl in the office, and so I'm known as Cheryl B to tell the difference. But I was thinking maybe we could just use my middle name, Rosemary?
Why?
Well, I'm not really crazy about Cheryl B.
We won't call you Cheryl B anymore.
That's great, thank you.
Hey, tell Bill I said hi.
Certainly.
See you later, Cherry.
Cherry's better.
Perry's Flower House. A small, quaint store is populated with exotic and beautiful flowers. Perry's behind the counter, grooming a bonsai tree. In walks an elderly woman, Mrs. Potterson.
Hello, Mrs. Potterson.
Hello, Perry.
What can I do for you?
Well, first off, I would like 2 white roses.
Of course. Secondly,
And a bouquet.
spectacular. Do you have a hot date tonight?
Perry, it's not for me, silly. It's for my daughter.
Tabitha.
Oh, you remember, Perry?
I do.
Well, isn't that nice?
What's the occasion?
Well, here's the problem. Tabitha is bringing home a special friend.
Oh.
And he's an Arab.
He's Arabic?
Yes, he is, Perry. He's Arabic.
Okay, well, Mrs. Potterson, you have to realize that not all Arabs are terrorists, just like not all necromancers.
Perry, I know all that.
Oh.
He explained that all to me on the Skype.
On Skype?
On the Skype.
Oh.
Did you know, Perry, there's a lot of prejudice and discrimination against an Arab American?
Yes, I did.
And I'm not talking about illegal Arabs, Perry. I'm talking about American citizens who have Arab parents.
Hmm?
Perry, you're not one of those people, are you?
I don't have a problem with Arabs.
Oh, of course you don't. Perry, now, Farshad is a good man. He works on computers at ATC faculties. He fixed mine right up.
Well, that's wonderful. What's the problem?
Well, he and Tabitha are coming over for dinner tonight, and I was going to prepare some couscous and falafels and hummus and a fig gin or something.
Okay.
But Perry, I could only get rice and a recipe for gyros.
Gyros, I think those are Greek, I believe.
I know, Perry. Perry, I'm 85.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I did get the hummus, but you're right, it's not enough, so that's why I thought of you.
Oh.
Is there some Arab flowers that you could make into some kind of centerpiece for the table tonight, to make Farshad feel at home?
Well, that's very thoughtful of you. Where exactly is he from?
Perry, I am not sure he's Arab.
Well, that might be a problem then, to specify specific flowers.
Oh, no.
Tell you what.
He retrieves a potted arrangement from the refrigerating unit. Mrs. Potterson's face lights up.
Oh, Perry. Are these Arab flowers?
Well, no.
Well, because these are my favorite.
I know, but
I love these.
Yeah,
they're not Arab flowers?
No.
Oh.
What I'm thinking is, you're spending all this time and energy on preparing a Middle Eastern meal to make him feel at home. That's great. But why not bring something that you love to the table? And at the end of the evening, you give him this. That way, he'll always have some of your home in his home.
Oh. Oh my goodness, Perry, that is a lovely sentiment. Yeah, let's do that.
Paris smiles and starts packing up her order. Mrs. Potterson watches and then leans over the counter.
Hey, Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see them getting married?
I've never met him, Mrs. Potterson.
Oh, I know, Perry. You know what I mean.
That'll be $9.95.
Oh, I just thought you might know something.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh,
And
Perry.
when I did, I could never predict the future.
Mrs. Potterson pulls out her wallet and hands him a $10 bill. Perry rings her up.
Oh, take a hint from an old lady, Perry. You could have just made something up.
No, I couldn't.
Back at 1968 Blackflower Drive, the first floor is dark with the shades drawn and shutters closed. Cheryl B. is taking a break, proceeds to open them up, letting in sunlight and fresh air. Immediately, the living room transforms into a charming and inviting space. She smiles and drinks her water. She ambles around and finds herself fascinated with the vast collection of spoons set in cases hanging along the wall. They were from all over the world, some as old as the Civil War. As she peruses, a wasp stings her. She instinctively swats the bug dead, grimacing and rubbing her arm. She stares at the dead creature on the floor and realizes something. She rushes up the stairs and switches on the video camera.
Cheryl B. resuming autopsy of John and Jane Doe. The time is 12:23 p.m. on 8/15/18. Note, something has been bothering me from moment one of first seeing the bodies of John and Jane Doe. No bugs, no flies, no larvae, no fish eggs, nothing.
Cheryl B. puts on plastic gloves, picks up a scalpel and steadies it over the female corpse. She takes a deep breath and cuts into her chest, making a large Y shape. Once the incision is complete, she opens up the flaps of the skin.
No bug infestation on immediate inspection. The lungs, heart, and trachea appear fine, but the stomach, kidneys, liver, pancreas, and large intestine have severe burn wounds that do not correspond to the burn damage on her genitalia. These scorch marks were made while she was alive. It's as if someone opened her up and singed her organs, but there is no evidence of surgical scars. It's as if she swallowed fire somehow. Note, check abnormal cases of internal wounds resembling burns, possibly due to poisons.
Side Chick's living room is clean but cluttered with psychic paraphernalia. Crystal balls, strange statues, ornamental daggers, pentagrams, etc. On a purple couch are two filmed geek techs in their 20s. Maureen, Mo, who fancies herself as a leader with a bowl-cut hairdo, and Curly, the chubby, bald jokester. Sipping wine in a plush lazy boy is Side Chick, 30s, a self-proclaimed psychic who carries herself with an air of superiority, dresses as a goth and speaks in a questionable English accent. Lee stands before them holding court, but they are all laughing.
Okay, Curly. Funny. Funny, if not semi-racist and pseudo-homophobic.
But he only took the tips, sir.
Yes, fine. It's a very funny pun. But can we get back to the matters at hand?
Sorry, Chief. What's up?
All right. Team Iris needs a new project, and I have just the story to follow.
How come you get to choose?
Because I brought in the Aguero drug story. Need I remind you that video went viral and got statewide recognition?
Mm-hmm, sure did.
You can all roll your eyes all you want, but without that breaking case, we wouldn't have gotten the reward money and wouldn't have our camera equipment nor the Iris fan.
So what's your amazing lead?
Do you think you can do better?
I do.
Let's hear it.
Okay, well, I know it's a cliche, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are numerous paranormal crimes. paracrimes being committed in the city constantly as we speak. I say we move operations temporarily into the city and conduct several covert surveillances on viable leads I have from reliable but anonymous sources.
Are we moving to the city? Because I don't think I can afford...
You're not moving to the city.
Quiet, you.
Can you reveal one of your leads for the point of discussion, Miss Sajik?
Women are being psychically raped daily. Innocent victims are having their ideas, identities, and even ideologies stolen from them every hour of every day. And no one is doing anything about it because nobody knows about it.
That's great. Do you have a specific story or person to follow?
We need to bring awareness of these paracrimes or psychic crimes to the public. I thought if we did a stakeout on some potential victims in the city, we could definitely find a specific story.
Okay, we're going to hold off on that one then. At least she's got something.
Well, I've got something and it's pretty big.
Let's hear it.
Well, Jupiter Enterprise is buying a whole bunch of land, property in the area.
In what area?
In this town, Blackflower County, our town.
Okay, and?
And
What's the story, Mo?
Jupiter Enterprises is buying a bunch of land in our town, our shitty little town.
That's not a story, Mo.
But who wants to buy land here in this shitty town?
I like this town.
Well, you're a numbskull.
You're right, this is a shitty town.
I think so, too. Maybe we should move to the city.
You wouldn't survive 2 minutes in the city.
Irregardless, what's a big corporation doing interested in a no-horse town? Something dubious is going on here.
Still not a story, Mo. Do you have a theory on some nefarious plan Jupiter Enterprises is involved in with this real estate venture?
It's dubious. It doesn't smell right.
Well, you may want to check your olfactory sources there, Mo. Jupiter Enterprises has been interested in expanding its business for quite a while now. They are most likely buying up local land because it's cheap.
I still think there's something there.
Fine, follow it on your own time, but for now, I think we've got something better. You don't have to raise your hand, Curly, just speak.
Thank you. Well, I have the story of the millennial.
Millennium.
Hear me out. Ever heard of debunking an ejaculate collection?
What now?
You know, when someone gets impregnant and there's no father?
Chowderbrain, you mean immaculate masturbation.
It's called immaculate conception, and my interest is waning.
Wait, hear me out. Patty, Patty, who works down at the Circle K here on Hill Street? Well, she's 3 months pregnant. And that's confirmed fact from Dr. Louis P. Peel and from Barry, who owns Barry's Bar and Barbecue, and from Patty's own Facebook status. But said subject claims to be celery for at least since December. And that's 10 months ago. At least pretty compelling problem right there, right?
Is there more?
Certainly.
Can we speed it up then? I'd like to get out of here before we roll credits.
Huh?
Continue.
Okay, well, Kelvin, Special K, the troublemaker.
He's the father.
Well, hold on. I mean, hear me out. Okay. Well, technically, yes.
Mystery solved, case closed, well done, moving on.
But they never had sex.
Says who?
Says both.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Out with it!
Remember the 4th of July hoedown we had outside the Circle K about 3 months back? Well, turnout was huge, as you probably remember. So Hank, who runs the Circle K, had to hire a couple extra hands. So he hires Kelvin, Special K, the troublemaker, to hand out hot dogs. Okay, for this next bit, you gotta know that Special K, who's always been a little off, has been crushing on Patty now for a long time, like years. But she don't want nothing to do with him, because he's a troublemaker and a bit off, right? So she rebukes him, leaving him kind of like in a tense Mexican drive-in.
Priceless.
Right? Okay, so both are at the hoedown, and Patty's in a state of mind to just let bygones be pecans. But Special K, he don't think that way. He's gonna show Patty a thing or two.
He puts a hex on her.
He slips her a Mickey.
He starts a rumor that she's pregnant.
No, and no. He masturbates on the hot dog and disguises it with mayonnaise, which he knows she likes because she's French Canadian.
You can't get pregnant. I can't believe I'm explaining this. You can't get pregnant from eating semen.
You would know.
Oh, face!
It's true. True. But you can get it from leaving the party early and lonely and going home and sticking the soiled hot dog up your hoo-ha.
That's a good story.
Right?
Curly, that's an urban legend. It's not true.
But the evidence.
That she's pregnant and denies having sex with her father being a pastor? I completely understand her lying. It's a lesser sin.
But Barry saw her.
What? Barry saw Patty fertilize herself with a sperm-soaked 4th of July Oscar Mayer wiener?
Yeah, Hebrew national.
Barry's a drunk.
Barry drinks.
A lot, which makes him a drunk and an unreliable source.
Dr. Louis P. Peel is a credible source.
Dr. Peel is a misogynist. Any woman he sees overweight, he assumes is pregnant. Besides, he's a veterinarian.
Facebook status?
You're going to hang your entire case on that?
Yes.
We are not following your story.
But social
The
media...
story's dead. Curly Joe.
This hurts Curly and he sulks. Mo smacks his arm, but he doesn't react.
Fortunately, I have a good, solid story to follow. Double homicide.
Where?
Fluss, Riverbed area, Mr. Traiton's place.
I thought the old monk man died of natural causes.
He did, over a year ago. None of these are him.
Who are they?
I don't know. Part of the story.
How do you know it's a homicide?
One body found. Okay, maybe an accident or a heart attack or something, but 2 bodies. That's either a murder-suicide or somebody killed them.
That's a good story.
That's a good story. What are your sources, Lee?
You forget he's screwing a cop.
Maybe you should lay off the wine.
Maybe you should lay off her.
Oh, face!
Side chick, why don't you go into the city
Gladly.
and find out who owns the place now, if it was inherited or recently purchased. Talk to Jess Martin.
Why don't I just look it up online, Sherlock?
Because, Watson, Jess Martin, who lives in the city and is the default executor of any unclaimed estate in Blackflower County, is as lazy as he is stubborn, as he is antiquated. He doesn't have a phone or internet or anything. All his records are documented by hand, and he waits for the city to notice. So they have to collect them from him. He's a real raving pain in the ass. So enjoy that.
I will. Check.
Yes, Curly, put your hand down.
What can I do?
Go hang out with Barry. Get him to tell you stories about anyone new in town.
I thought he was unreliable.
His stories are, but the people in his stories are not. Jot down any names, descriptions, or places he talks about.
Check.
Mo, I want you to stake out the property. I want to know who's going in, who's coming out, what they're doing, everything. Take 2 cameras, Big Red and the Mini. Have a Big Red be a wide static shot of the whole place, and Mini used for the close-ups as needed.
Check. Hey, do you want sound with that?
Yeah. Where's Larry?
He's checking out a lead. The Amish kid that OD'd.
Oh, well, this is better. When he gets back, recruit him to surveillance duties.
What are you gonna do?
Continue to press my source.
As the sun sets on the somber setting of the Blackflower Cemetery, Violet sits in front of a gravesite. She is transfixed on the tombstone.
Come on.
While concentrating, she reaches out and puts one hand on the tombstone and the other hand on the ground.
Come on, please give me something. Something, a sign, a mark, a word, a wound, an emotion, a thought, a wound, anything, please. Why won't you talk to me? Why won't any of you talk to me?
She looks around. In the distance, a small Amish funeral is finishing. Then she hears an ominous, androgynous voice.
Violet, I'm coming. Don't be scared. It's just me.
Okay, I'm ready.
A hand descends on her and she cries out.
It's me. It's just me, Larry. Larry?
Larry, 20s, an easygoing guy who is prematurely balding, holds up his hands in surrender.
I saw you in one of your trances, so I tried to warn you. I said your name, you didn't hear me.
You just kicked the shit out of me!
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. It's okay.
She returns her focus on the diminishing Amish funeral.
It's a sad thing to witness a small funeral.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I missed the whole thing, didn't I? Crap! Mo's gonna kill me.
Violet continues to survey as the remaining Amish man turns to gaze at them.
What's he doing?
The remaining Amish man walks over to a pile of dirt and picks up a shovel.
Looks like he works here, or maybe he's a relative.
The remaining Amish man passes the gravesite and heads toward Violet and Larry. He walks faster the closer he gets, wielding the shovel.
I don't like the looks of this.
He's Amish. Peaceful.
He got flossen hiding. Have you kin respect for the totem?
Can you understand him?
He's speaking Pennsylvania German.
What?
It's what the Amish speak in this area.
Ihr Grabschänder, ihr Dämonen, ihr todflosches Stadtvolk, verschwindet!
Bitte, verstehen Sie uns nicht falsch. Wir besuchen hier jemanden.
You not only understand, but you speak this gibberish?
He also understands English, you idiot!
Violet grabs Larry, and they rush away. The remaining Amish man chases them.
Die Toten ausbeuten! Leben deinen Tod ein! Möge der Schwein Gottes angebetet sein!
The entire Blackflower Sheriff Station is just one big room with 2 desks, 6 lockers, a small bathroom, and a back door to the jail cells. Behind one desk sits a woman in a wheelchair with thick glasses and nice hair. Maple. She is eating a homemade cupcake while typing on an antiquated computer. Behind the other desk stands Jackie talking on the phone.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right, I understand your boss already went home, but... Right, but all I need is an address. Just... Well, that's a little unfair, don't you think? Well, you've only heard his side of it. Yes, it was a heated discussion. Yes, I did get frustrated, but... I was borderline rude, but so was... I did not say that. I did not call him that. Look, I just need the address of the court-appointed executor of the estate, and one night say... I called an Olympic weasel bureaucrat dipshit, and I think you're related. Hello? All day with them. All day. Our websites are currently updating. Sir, are you sure Mr. Traiton is dead? Well, you should talk to whoever was mentioned in the will. Well, that's not my department, sir. Have you checked our website? I don't like your tone, mister. Sirs and misters and misdirection. It's all I got today.
You want a cupcake?
You know I do! But I'm not going to today. Do you have a cigarette?
Oh, don't tell me you're smoking again.
I need a drink.
Do you have to demonstrate every vice within 30 seconds? Do you want to shoot some dice now?
Maple? Not in the mood.
Jackie opens a desk drawer and pulls out a bottle of whiskey. Maple finishes her cupcake and gathers her stuff to go. She stands, not needing the wheelchair.
Well, I'm off. Are you going to be okay? You want me to talk to Perry and have him set up a nice flower arrangement to send to the courthouse tomorrow as an apology?
I'm not interested.
I can make some butterscotch cookies, and tomorrow you could go over to Perry's and add the cookies to the flower arrangement. Maybe grab some lunch after.
Don't make anything. Don't send anything. And stop trying to Cupid me into Perry.
Just trying to help.
I understand. I appreciate it. Thanks. But I've got a backup plan.
Are you going to call Gil?
Jesus, Maple, keep your skirt on. You know he's retired.
Once you're FBI, that title never goes away. Like a president. Like Lee Majors.
Good night, Maple.
Good night, Jackie. Tell Special Agent Gil I said hello.
Maple exits. Jackie picks up her phone and dials. While she waits for the other line to pick up, she pulls out the 3 items she took from the Blackflower house. The plain saucer, the wet piece of cardboard, and the odd revolver.
Hey, Gil. It's me. Hi, bro. Listen, I need a favor. Well, it's this case I'm working on. I need some help.
Jupiter Enterprises' head office is a spacious, slick room with hard lines of steel and brass. Behind a grand metal desk sits Nathaniel Gaines, an older man with thinning hair but a strong jaw talking into a headset.
I understand, but can it be proven? Indisputably? Okay, then fire the son of a bitch. I don't care. I don't care. Are they culpable? Then fire them all. Yes, the whole team. Well, you can tell them I said so. And I hope they rot in hell.
He rips off the headset and storms over to a punching bag in the corner. He begins pummeling the bag when a light blinks on his desk. He checks a monitor and pushes a button. A door opens and a charismatic but hard-looking woman, Ms. Circle, struts in. She wears stylish gloves and carries an envelope.
I apologize in advance for any lashing out. Oh, I've had a day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What is it?
I have information on that property you are interested in.
Which one?
1968 Blackflower Drive.
Is it bad news? Because if it is, I'm gonna need a moment.
I think you'll find it interesting.
She slides the envelope across the smooth desk. He opens it, pulls out a document and a photograph. She plucks a chocolate from a bowl on his desk and pops it into her mouth.
What does this mean for us exactly?
That's what I think you'll find interesting.
In his old truck, Larry drives cautiously while Violet leans against the passenger window, staring up at the sky.
That got real weird real fast, right?
I don't know.
You okay?
Stop asking me that.
Sorry. You want me to just be quiet for a while?
Look, I'm sorry. I just get a little spacey after a cemetery visit.
Oh, I know. It just got a little hairy there at the end, but cemeteries are pretty creepy anyhow, you know?
No, I like them. It's just, they're so sad. So much unfulfilled, unsaid, unresolved energy, stories, like a vast, like a secret library of buried tales.
I hear that. That Amish kid's drug overdose is one story that won't be told or heard.
What do you think that he is doing now?
Who?
The Amish kid, the one who died.
I don't know. Doing dead stuff?
And what does that entail?
Well, how should I know? I'm not dead.
Okay, Larry, what do you think?
What? How? It's... Violet, I can barely manage my own life, in this reality. How am I supposed to know what the next one will look like?
Use your imagination. Think outside the box. What?
Nothing.
What is it?
Turn here.
Yes, stop avoiding. What did you want to say?
I just feel like anything I say is gonna upset you.
What does that mean? You think I'm a bitch?
Oh, no, not at all.
I'm not.
No.
I'm passionate.
I know that's one of the reasons I like you, but...
Larry, what did you want to say?
All these questions, Violet, these questions and thinkings about cemeteries and death and such. Is this all kind of about your mom?
Pull over.
We're almost there. Just...
Violet starts convulsing from a seizure.
Shit. Okay, Violet, it's gonna be okay.
Larry immediately pulls over while she still shakes. He grabs a water bottle, gets out of the car, and hurries to the passenger side. He moves with the experience of an EMT. After checking her mouth, he pulls out a rubber bar that he retrieves from the glove compartment and places it in between her teeth.
Bite, Violet. It'll be over soon.
He checks his watch and strokes her quivering hand. After a moment, her Her seizure subsides as she spits out the rubber bar.
I know. I know.
I hate losing control.
I know. But on the bright side, it was only like 35 seconds.
I had one last night, too.
Look, I know things may seem underwater right now, like it's all too much with your mom and dad and your condition, but Violet, look at me. You're strong. You're going to get through this. You're brave. You're going to face this head on. You're smart. You're going to figure this out, and when you do, nothing's going to stop you. You're going to be able to do anything you want. You're incredible. The most incredible person I've ever met.
She kisses him. It hits him with a mixture of surprise and elation.
Thank you.
I love you. I mean, I'm in love with you. No, I mean, of course, whatever. Whatever you want. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll shut up now.
You're a tender man, Larry, which is rare. Come have dinner with me.
Sure.
Back in the master bedroom at 1968 Blackflower Drive, Cheryl B. is almost through with her autopsies of John and Jane Doe. Their chest cavities have been emptied and their organs have been arranged neatly and cleanly in the corner into the now labeled Tupperware containers. The room is dark again with only the battery-operated lantern, the video camera lamp and partial moonlight providing any illumination.
And last but not least, John Doe's large intestine.
She plunges her gloved hands into the male body and pulls out his large intestine. She gingerly places it into a bloody scale on the floor and grimaces, not in repulsion, but in fear of messing up. She takes off her gloves, grabs her notepad, and inputs the weight.
John Doe's large intestine is 4.91 pounds. Again, nothing too unusual about that, and no sign of burn wounds. More damage on the spinal column. He was definitely paralyzed before death.
She reaches for her bottle of water, but it is empty.
Cheryl B. Lincoln taking a break from the autopsy of John and Jane Doe. The time is 8:17 p.m. on 8/15/18.
She turns off the camera, but leaves its lamp on. She picks up the battery-powered lantern and heads to the bathroom. Strange shadows play down the dark hallway, and there's a moment where Cheryl B. struggles to remember what door the bathroom is behind. Were there this many doors before? She decides and enters. The small bathroom has a curtained, freestanding tub, but no windows. Cheryl B. sets down the lantern and tries to refill her water bottle, but the sink is too diminutive. So she opens the curtain and attempts the bathtub faucet. The old pipes moan and echo through the old house, but clear water pours out and she fills her bottle. She licks her lips in anticipation as she takes 3 large gulps from the bottle, but immediately spits it out and drastically coughs. She turns off the tap and hurries back to the crime scene room, leaving the lantern behind. Cheryl B. hurriedly puts on rubber gloves, checks the corpse's flexibility, and remeasures the corpses.
Cheryl B. resuming the autopsy of John and Jane Doe at 8:21 p.m., 8:15/18. Note, Jane Doe could have conceivably been left to soak in the bathtub of the master bathroom. This would explain her bloated body and the salt water in her lungs. However, John Doe would not have been able to be completely submerged in the tub, much less both of them. There might be a small pool or spa in the basement, if there is a basement. Regardless, salt water pumps through the pipes at this address. Is that on purpose?
She sits back, excited but confused and tired. She unwittingly takes a drink from her bottle and quickly spits it back into the bottle.
So why is there salt water in their plumbing? How is there salt water in their plumbing?
Suddenly, the lights in the house turn on.
Hello? Ma'am? Sheriff Milieu? Jackie? Cheryl, is that you?
After no response, Cheryl B. rushes out of the room, down the lit hallway and stairs, and finds an empty first floor. All the lights are on in the house, but somehow it has lost any of its charm from before.
Hello? Is there anyone here? Jackie? Cheryl? Must have been on a timer. I guess it's good to have the lights on at least. And now I'm talking to myself. I need a break.
She retreats back up the stairs, yawning to pop her ears on the way.
Okay, I'll wrap up with the large intestine, then pack up and head out to the diner for a proper meal. It's weird, I'm hungry and nauseous at the same time, but I digress. Then I'll fill up my water bottle, call Lee, refresh, refocus, and finish with this autopsy by morning, before Cheryl gets here. Yes, I can do this.
Cheryl B. enters the master bedroom and is immediately struck by a rancid stench.
Oh, God!
She covers her nose and rummages through her bag, pulling out a container of camphor ointment. She applies it on her upper lip and breathes in. It's better, but then she hears a soft, squishy sound behind her. She slowly turns around and, to her horror, sees John Doe's large intestines squirming in the bowl on the organ scale. Desperately searching for a medical explanation, Cheryl B. instinctively picks up the video camera and documents the phenomenon. Then she hears a rustling in the corner. With the video camera still on, she creeps to the corner where all the organs are now pulsating in their Tupperware coffins. She cringes in pain and drops the camera. Her hands are somehow severely blistered and swollen. Red marks line her wrists.
Oh, my God!
Behind her, the body of John Doe sits up. Oblivious, she rushes to the bathroom. Cheryl B. turns on the tap and washes her hands, but as soon as the salt water touches the open sores on her skin, she screams and hurries out through the hallway. As she distractedly passes the master bedroom, she doesn't notice that John Doe is not there. Cheryl B. stumbles down the stairs, losing her balance in panic. She staggers to the front door and struggles to open it with her wounded hands. She unlocks the bolt, but it still won't open. Suddenly, the shades and the shutters of the house all slam shut. She yelps and shivers in fear as she reaches for her cell phone and carefully dials. While waiting, she notices the collectible spoons gently tapping in their cases, as if the entire wall was swaying.
Sheriff Milieu, it's Cheryl B. Cherry, I don't know what's going on, but something really strange is happening here at Blackflower Drive. I've been injured, so please come and bring backup and hurry, please.
She hangs up, and then there's silence. She tries the front door again, but it is locked. The house is still. Cheryl B. cautiously dials again. While waiting, she spots a wasp flying around a ceiling light. Is that the same one she squashed earlier?
Lee, please come get me. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm really scared. I think something bad is going to...
All the lights in the house go out. It is pitch black except for Cheryl B.'s cell phone.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Please, God, help me. Please, God.
And then there is a glow from the upstairs hallway. She tightens her mouth as tears stream her face. The glow gets brighter as it approaches the stairs. The creaking wood and the gentle spoon tapping resume. Cheryl B. covers the light on the phone, holding it to her chest. Finally, the glow reveals itself at the top of the stairs. It is the battery-operated lantern floating in the air. The carrier cannot be seen. It sluggishly descends the stairs toward her. Cheryl B., paralyzed with fear, watches as the suspended lantern stops a few feet in front of her, slightly swaying to and fro. She can barely make out a dark, thin frame of a man.
Get back in the hole!
The lantern flies at her, and all goes black. This has been 1968 Blackflower Drive, starring Brian Dullaghan, Brittany Joyner, Brett Pearsons, Marypat Farrell, Amy Procacci, Ron Wood, Scott Conte, Sarah Atwood, Max Koch, Douglas Sarine, Darcy Silveira, Stefan Marks. Written and directed by Brett Pearsons. Executive producer, Sarah Pryzibilla. Original score and sound design, Brett Pearsons. Audio engineering, Sarah Pryzibilla. Special thanks for this episode to Michael Krikorian, Ken Weiner, Geoff Dunbar, Isabel Cott, and Vanessa Lapato. Episode 2, coming soon.